Whoa. Yo. Hello. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? It's been a few weeks, hasn't it? It has been a few... It's been a bloody eventful, like, month. When was it? When was the last commentary? It was like a bit before October, right? As you will hear, the audio is a bit different. That's right. The move is finished. I've finally started to settle in. It's been a few weeks, I think, since we moved in. And as you can probably hear, I'm recording this in a different room. Before I was recording in like the living room with loads of carpet against a wall. And now I'm in a bedroom with wooden floors and a rug under my feet. So hopefully that's cool. Should be cool. Some people seem to think it sounds more professional, but I don't know if that's quite true. All I know is it's slightly different. But yeah, all sorts has happened in the last month. And I want to keep everyone up to date. Because I think the most recent thing, unless you've been watching the streams, which maybe you should have been, it's time to watch your favourite friend, Woolen. No, the most recent thing you might have seen is just the video of me reviewing, like, a Dutch beer. Yeah, that was sick. I randomed onto Demo Man, and I did, like, one mid-air jump earlier, and I felt really proud of myself, so I was like, we'll stay on Demo. Demo's fun. Like, when you're in the mood for those projectiles, it really works, doesn't it? Excuse me, young man. Spy, save me. Save me, Spy. Him. That's right. And then if he comes back, a right click he gets. God, that was actually scary. I was just talking about being in the zone as Demo Man while I shat myself against like a pistol scout. Oh, anyway, yeah. How have you all been? It's, as I said, it's been rather eventful. As you'll remember, I was in the middle of moving countries from the UK to the Netherlands at the last time. And if I remember correctly from editing that video, the whole thing was just me being a bit anxious and worried about everything and just not knowing what was going to happen, or in general just being a bit unsure about lots of things. And as you can probably hear from the tone of my voice, I've put a lot more together now. What is that? Oh god, he's using a combo of 2 different weapons. Alright, we'll hit random again. We got Pyro, so great. We'll see how we do with that against the direct hit boy. I've been playing too much Team Fortress. I think the last 2 weeks I might have done like a stream or 2, maybe. They've been quite good. But anyway, yeah. You remember the last video I was a bit, you know, anxious and worried about things. And now, that's sort of been settling. You know, we've been working our way out. If you want to hear what ended up happening, in order to move, there were a couple of things I wasn't too sure about. One of the things we ended up getting done was just hiring, like, a local company to do all the moving for us with a big van. Like, we had to load everything ourselves. We went for, like, the super cheap tier, because otherwise it would have been expensive as absolute hell. As you might expect, a lot of places aren't doing, you know, moving right now, especially cross-continent, especially with weird Brexit stuff. So had we not have gone with a cheap option, it probably would have cost us like over £1,000, maybe £1.5 grand. That is £1,000, by the way. I don't know if other countries say £1,000 or if that's a UK thing or what. But there you go. The company we ended up going with ended up being about half that, so affordable. Still very expensive and just a, you know, massive money sink, but that's sort of just how it do be when you want to move, unfortunately. Those of you that are young or haven't moved much might not appreciate. It's quite expensive to move house. Like, my mum used to move us house, like, every couple of years, and I think I appreciated how much money she probably ended up spending on bloody vans. I didn't mean to fall down here. Oops. Oh well. Well, it's a good opportunity to change up. Scout to attack last? Sure. Sure, I'll use a bloody... Don't I have a good pistol? Yeah. I'll use this in the projectile so I can smack some stuff. Exactly. But yeah, we ended up getting a little company to do it for us. Very good. I don't want to... Do I want to... No, I'm not going to name drop them. That'll be weird. But all I will say is that you should shop around before just going with a company. And the one we ended up going with had very, very good reviews on all the various review sites. So maybe take that as a lesson. What are you doing, Communism 2? There's a reason that you haven't existed yet. Oh my god. That's extremely mean. You can kill with a crit at that range with a shotgun? That's nasty. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not gonna... I feel like we still got a bit of scout in us, so I'm not gonna change class quite yet. But anyway, yeah. We started out the move being a bit like, oh god, we're not gonna have enough space, to realizing that, oh god, all these square meters that we have, or whatever, very hard to tell, by the way, how many square meters, or how many cubic meters your house takes up. Is he? He's very good at the old soldier, this meat-free, with an Woo avatar. That's scary shit. Would be nice if I could stay pyro. What was I saying? Oh yeah, we were worried that we wouldn't have enough space, but in the end we were worried we didn't have enough weight. So we ended up having to get rid of so much stuff. Like, an unbelievable amount of, an unbelievable amount of stuff. I ended up selling like a bunch of my IKEA furniture off eBay for like pennies, basically. Just so I didn't have to deal with paying the council hundreds of pounds to pick it up. Which, by the way, they wouldn't. Apparently you need to tell the council, like, in advance if you want them to pick stuff up of, like... I don't even know if it's a month, but it's quite a while. We only had, like, a few weeks at this point. What are you doing? Watch him, like, critters after he missed all of his bullets. No, this demo man will get us. Okay, I'm gonna stay scout, because then we can rush last, and that'll be fine. Could also go panic attack, or pain train, I mean. Anyway, ended up having to get rid of a lot of our stuff, but honestly, that was fair. I think we gave my sisters something like £100 worth of plants. Like, we just had an insane amount of crap that we're not allowed to take with us. Apparently the Dutch government doesn't allow you to take anything living, which includes plants, so... I had to get rid of my cheese plant, unfortunately, my Monstera, after I had it for a few years. Those things grow massive, by the way. Like, the great big leafy plant... Oh, okay. God, direct hit's nasty. I'm actually just going to go Pyro just so I don't get one shot. Although, knowing him, he'll probably just mini-crit me with his bloody thing. Anyway, I'm losing track, but basically, movie. We had to load up the van ourselves, but fortunately the man was nice enough to actually help us. I wasn't really expecting him to, but... Bloke shows up on the day and helps us move our shit. Kindly of him. What are you doing down there? You know, you can just walk over here, right? Oh. What is that? Oh, there's a heavy. Okay. Maybe I'll just go Demo Man and shoot the last. I'll go Demo Man with the whatever thing I was talking about, the pain train. And I'll just jump on the last and see what happens. But yeah, movie. Moved all the stuff on the van. Horribly stressful. Just horribly stressful. Like, once it was... Excuse me. Snipers, I'm going to cap loss. Are you? Once it was over, I was like, yeah, that wasn't too bad at all. You know, you just had to move a bunch of boxes. I was really worried we weren't going to have enough time, or like, about parking. You know, I lived in London, obviously. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get a permit, and it ended up not being nearly as bad. He's not actually got wall hacks, has he? He's probably just looking up at the corner, isn't he? That's quite a normal thing to do. It was way more casual than I was expecting. Like, basically the man just showed up, we loaded the van very, very quickly. Wasn't too bad, and then off he went. And that was stage 1. Stage after that was far, far worse. Yeah, nice achievement. We ended up taking a bunch of stuff with us on the Eurostar to the Netherlands. That's how we ended up getting there. And that includes, like, my computer. So we took, between me and Christopher, we both took like an incredible amount of weight on our small human bodies, like dragged them out of the house at like, I don't know, I think we woke up at like 5 AM or something. Just an insane amount of stuff on us. Dragged all this stuff out into the street, across London to the tube station. We're almost kind of late to the tube, like we had to go and drop off the keys and all sorts. Got on the underground, which is the tube, in case you're wondering. It's the underground train system in London. Is there a sentry down there or something? What's the noise? Why don't you just do this? That was good. Alright, that was sick. Hey, Bum. Hello, Bim. But yeah, nearly missed our train. I think we were like the last few people on the Eurostar train itself. Like, we literally got into security with like maybe 5-10 minutes left before the thing would leave. And we were worried they wouldn't even let us on. Sure. We were worried that that they wouldn't even let us on, but fortunately the people there were just lovely. They like zoomed us through security. We just slammed our stuff on there. We didn't even have to take the stuff out of the briefcases, thank God. Those things were absolutely stuffed. Nonsense everywhere, by the way. Just so much rubbish. Zoomed us through security, hopped on the train, and we were like, you know that when you just take like a deep breath and you're like, okay. We've got up at 5. It's now like what, nearly midday, and we've been moving with a bunch of stuff and a stressful time limit. You get like a, the train wasn't actually that long, right? The Eurostar, it probably only took us like, I don't remember, like 3.5 to 4.5 hours. Don't know who got kicked. 3.5 to 4.5 hours to actually go from London to Netherlands. Very fast. I ended up sitting on there, played a bit of Mario Kart on my Switch, watched a bit of I don't remember what I watched, like YouTube or South Park or something, I don't remember, on my phone. And just stared, honestly, at like the back of the train. because it was empty. There was like almost no one here. I might surprise you, it might not surprise you. It's the middle of a pandemic. Not many people on public transport, but it was really quite empty. In our entire carriage, there were probably like, I don't know, 4 people. And I was worried. Something I was worried about, or maybe he is cheating. Something I was worried about before was that, you know, I had to leave my computer obviously in a big case at the back of the train. I was really worried someone would just nick it. Ended up obviously just not mattering because there were like 2 people, but there was no chance anyone could have taken that thing. It was so heavy. But I was quite relieved to find that there were so few people. Scout again? Okay. I was relieved to see that there were so few people, so that was nice. And after we got there, it was a bit easier. Chris's mum met us on the other end, helped us drag our equipment all the way back to where we were going to be living. And then we had to wait for like half an hour to an hour in the rain because the bloody estate agent lady was late. So that was nice, but, you know, at least we were there. And we got in the house. We were like, Pog you. Finally here, and there were a couple of small problems. We've been working through them now. It's less of an issue. Did you just headshot a spy? Okay, sick. Couple issues we had, and some stuff that still hasn't even been sorted yet. Like one of the electrical sockets comes out of the wall. It's something that really does need to be worked out. You're not cheating. No one would melee a scout like that. You're just a good player. I feel a bit more relieved in that. Then I'm like, oh, we don't have to find a new server. How could anyone cheat if they have a Momoji from Toho Project avatar anyway? But yeah, couple of little things. Like the house, I think might have been like a Airbnb before or something. Like it's got that sort of style that people have said are like a woman in like their 30s, 40s who thinks they are good at fashion would do. You know, like bloody potpourri, whatever it's called, like the dried random crap, like acorns and straw and stuff in a little bowl that doesn't do anything but looks kind of cool, I guess. That sort of thing. Oh god, he's gone back to his main. With his perfect shotgun accuracy and his bunny hopping. Well, I'm not going to chase you. You're clearly quite good at your class, but I also don't want to run into a mini, so maybe I'll just go over here and get a crit for 150. That was nasty. I'm sorry, Mr. Awu. Hello, sir. He could have butter knifed me to death. Hey, doing, man. Hello, other spy. Anyway, fast forward, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. We ended up starting to settle in a bit more. We went to like a few... Oh my god. You are nasty with that. Nasty with that direct hit combo. I forget how fast the bloody reserve shooter switches to. What's the bonus on that thing? That is... 20% faster? Sure, okay. We ended up doing some things to make the house a bit more cozy. Like we went and bought a ton of plants. You know, went to a few shops, markets sort of thing, picked up a few bits here and there. You might have seen the stream behind me. I've got a... I'm not live right now, obviously, but if you watch the stream, you'll see the webcam behind me. I have like a nice sort of green and red plant. He's very pretty. Big fan of him. Vietnamese dog beater. The heck? Okay. Let's switch class again. Things have just been settling down. We went to the town hall, and I've got myself the beginning of getting registered, so I can start actually, you know, getting a job in a bank and stuff. Because right now I'm just sort of sitting here. There's not really much to do. I've been playing RuneScape and streaming games, including RuneScape. Recently got to 60 defense, by the way, so I'm saving up to get... Oh, demo man? I'm saving up to get some dragon armor after realizing that stuff is extremely expensive. Like the red dragon hide for range, that stuff. Whole set of that's like 20k gold or something. It's not very much at all. Whole set of half decent dragon for melee is like a few mil, which I don't have. So I'm working up to that now. I was fighting some hill giants earlier and some fire giants or whatever they're called, the ones that you fight in the waterfall dungeon. Looking for some money and also some slayer points. There we go. Bloody dominating Vietnamese dog beater. I hope so. What is that? Is that a taunt? Oh, it is. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, just been chilling, basically. It's been kind of nice. As you know, I was streaming, like, all day before, so I've been sort of taking it as a bit of time off. Like, I've done a stream every single day, but only in the evenings, you know? Like, I'm also not particularly anal about when I start or what I stream. I sort of just say evening time is pretty good. What are you doing? Is this Vietnamese dog beater? It is Vietnam. Of course it is. Classic, man. I've been taking it sort of relaxed, because I think, you know, everything's been quite busy and quite fast, so It's nice just to be a bit more relaxed. We've done a bunch of like Risk of Rain, obviously RuneScape streams, a couple of Team Fortress. Started playing Don't Starve again. Hasn't been crashing, like, luckily. Chris and I were trying to play a playthrough of that like a little while ago, but it just kept crashing. I heard the melee sound, and we ended up having to restart the same day repeatedly. So I just gave up. But we're starting again, and it seems to be going okay. Heavy, sure. I guess we could use a heavy. Sure, why not? I mean, there's a direct hit soldier, so hopefully he doesn't just shoot me twice, but sometimes it'd be like that. That is a big kill feed in the top right. My god, lots just happened. But yeah, I'm also partly not gone back to like the full daytime thing because I'm expecting to try and get a job as soon as I can. And the last thing I want to do is start like a whole new schedule and stuff in a few weeks just to turn around and go, yeah, sorry. So I'd rather get into the evening thing now, and then just keep that up ad infinitum. Like, I don't even know when I'm going to start taking a break now at this point, but I'm sure at some point I'll realise, oh yeah, I should take like Monday and Tuesday off again. We're just seeing how it's going, basically. Taking it chill. Nothing too stressful. Waiting to see what goes on. Once I get my, like... I don't remember what it's called, but you get like the equivalent of an NI number. I don't think American Social Security is the same thing, but it's like your ID number, and then after that you can apply to something called like a digital ID, like a Digi-D or something. So yeah, we're just going through things slowly. As stuff happens, we'll go through everything and we'll describe what's going on. Hello there. Do you want to go and kill that demon man? Look, I've got a Tomislav here. I'll never see it coming. Stop this. Why do we have so many spies? Do you want to go and bap some people, please, friends? But yeah, taking stuff slowly, and that's where we sort of come to now. You know, I've settled in a bit more. Learned that some things are quite nice. Some things are going to be compromisal. And I've found myself, like, you know, a little... like an hour or two just to sit down and record something. So it's nice, you know, it's nice to keep everyone updated. How have all you been? You know, how was your Halloween? How's your Christmas? Those of you in the UK, how are you enjoying lockdown, or not, rather? I think Germany might also be in a lockdown, I think Cerny might have said. I don't quite remember, but... yeah, is everything keeping okay with all of you? I think there's a... I don't really know what's happening with the world. Netherlands isn't doing fantastically, and neither is the UK, so there's probably a strong chance I won't end up going back home for Christmas. We'll have to wait and see, but that's going to be weird. I haven't done a Christmas differently in a long time. Although saying that, Christmas has always been quite different. But I haven't done it away from my family before, so we'll wait and see how that goes on. It'll be interesting, at least. Like, we haven't really done Christmas normally for a while, just on accounts of how everyone's jobs and schedules and stuff line up, and how there's so many of us, but... we'll wait and see what happens this year, if everything ends up happening over bloody WhatsApp group calls or something, or what. We'll see. We'll wait and see. All I know is that the Dutch have second Christmas, sort of, where you get to eat lots of delicious sweets, and you get lots of funny Dutch adverts talking about Sinterklaas. There you go. If you didn't know, Dutch have, like, they have a thing on, is it the 3rd or 4th, or, like, early December, called Sinterklaas, I think? It's a cultural, like, thing, so I don't really want to go too into it, because obviously I know so little about it. He really wanted me. There's some history to it, I'll say that. You should give it a Google if you've never heard of it, because I hadn't. They have, like, a lot of things that we don't have, but then also they have a lot of things we do have, but then renamed. So, you know, like Battenberg cake? I don't know if that's German or what, but we have a lot of it in the UK, like window cake. It's sort of like a sponge with marzipan and icing. It's delicious. There's a lot of, like, sweets they have in the Netherlands that can be equated to a lot of stuff in England, so that's kind of nice. I've been trying out some of the food, some of the sweet food, and it's kind of nice seeing that a lot of it's basically the same, just in, like, a different shape. There's like, I don't remember what it's called. Someone in chat recommended it. I think it was Baritone. It's, I don't remember what it's called. They're just, like, these sort of sponge discs with, like, pink icing on them, and they're a bit like, cherry bakewells, except they don't have, like, crushed red bug in it. Oh yeah, actually more on that. I think I was talking loosely about lactose intolerance last time, and I think it's just considerably getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't really know what to do about that. But I do know is that my brain is starting to, like, put a oh, I'm staying as heavy on it. I should switch off next time I die. It's starting to, like, negatively think about, like, cheese and stuff. What's the word? Like, you know the dog and his bell and stuff, where, like, the dog was fed, and then whenever he got a bell, the dog was like salivating or whatever. I don't remember what it is. You know what I mean, all those psychology things. My brain's starting to like apply a negative connotation towards anything dairy, so I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Like, my brain is like, you should stop eating cheese. And my body's like, yeah, that's probably for the best. So we're waiting to see what's happening with that. The unfortunate fact of the matter seems to be that just about everything seems to have lactose in it. And I'm not willing to start being... Oh, okay. I'm not willing to start being super anal about it yet. I don't know if I should stay scout against this man. I feel like he's just going to one-shot me with one of his weapons. Only man in the world I've ever seen to use that combo. I like forget that reserve shooter isn't a pyro weapon. Anyway. Blah blah blah. Woolen is now in the Netherlands. Some of you are in the Netherlands too. What's up with that? Some of you aren't in the Netherlands. How come? You know, over here you can get alcohol on sale that is cheaper than alcohol on sale in England. Isn't that cool? You know that here it's really hard to find Guinness because it's like a weird like extra thing that like only wanky people drink instead of like everyone, because everyone drinks Guinness, right? That's what I've been lying to myself about for years. But no, it's hard to find apparently, and everything I've found so far has been a bit like aluminium tinny. I don't know if any of you drink enough that you like you can recognize when beer's gone off, but it's sort of like that. Like, it just tastes like the acid in the actual drink itself, or whatever. Like, it's corroded the inside of the actual tin that it's a part of. I don't want to just chase him. He's going to murder me with that direct hit. It's not worth the risk. As long as he doesn't cap, that's all that really matters. I can just rescue my boy here. Do you want that? I'll just sit here. No? You do? You don't? There you do. But some things are nice. Like, there's the Gal and Gal, which is like the Dutch chain spirits shop. I guess they also sell other alcohol, not just spirits. But you really go there for the big spirits. And apparently Guinness. Very small, tiny cans of Guinness. A bit mouldy. I got like a big old Captain Morgan's for like €9 the other day. Or the other week. Went through it scarily fast. We've only got a tiny bit left. But they seem to do like a weekly sale move around. So I'm just waiting to see what goes around. Like, we got a... what was it? There's a lot of English stuff though, which is really weird. I'm going here and I'm just drinking the same English stuff. There was like a red label whiskey. And a Gordon's gin, I think we got last time. And I'm just waiting for that bloody Jack Daniel's honey to go on sale. Because you know that's the good stuff. That's the great stuff. Nothing else seems to compare. We might be going to IKEA soon, depending on if we can. We might pick up like a little jar of some kind so I can start making simple syrup again. Because I was doing that before. But I was putting it in like generic Tupperware or like, you know, little glass containers. But it was pain in the bum. So we're trying to get something with like more of a decanter on it and a stopper. Simple syrup, by the way, just like sugar and water that you cook together and then cool down. Very good stuff. It basically lets you sweeten out drinks like whiskey. Because I'm a wuss, apparently, and I like sweet things. Sometimes. Sometimes I like really, really bitter things, and that's interesting too. Like some of the coffee here. Oh my god, I've turned into like a super coffee snob, right? So, as you may know, during uni, for like a year, I drank a ton of... Oh god. Oh no. Okay, fine. I drank a ton of instant coffee because I didn't know what was better for me, and I couldn't be asked to make a cafetiere, and I was living in halls, so I was kind of in prison anyway. Great. There goes the telly that I wasn't using. I can help you here, at least. I mean, there's no point. No point in the telly. But, oh, cock, what was I even talking about? I've gotten so confused. My brain is, like, it's absolutely everywhere right now. I've actually completely forgotten about what I was just saying. Am I stupid? I'm actually stupid. I completely forgot what I was just talking about. And I know that was a good conversation topic. Oh my god. What was I actually... I'm just going to build this dispenser and see if I can remember. If not, I'll stop the recording and listen to the end of it. Oh my god. I've actually just completely forgotten. This happens way too much, by the way. Like, obviously, if you've ever watched the commentaries, you'll see it a lot. And it's not really a meme, but maybe it should be. That, like, half the old commentaries, I start, like, 5 different comments threads, but I never end up actually finishing what I'm saying. This is one of those, but I'm, like, aware of it happening. Hang on. Sniper? Oh, dear. Okay. Alright, SMG time. Okay, I remember. I looked back at the VOD. I was talking about coffee and how I was in prison for a year. Except it wasn't prison, so don't take that out of context. But yeah, as you'll remember, loads of instant coffee, loads of like Red Bull and like off-brand Red Bull. Because I was too lazy to make a cafetiere, honestly. And at the time, I didn't know you could grind your own beans. I didn't know what that meant. I thought that involved like baking them yourself or something, which I just thought seemed weird. So I was lazy. And then I think the next year, my mum bought me a really nice cafetiere, and I was like, oh, this is actually way better. And I started buying like pre-ground coffee at the supermarket. And I was like, yo, this is way better than instant. And then, you know, a year or two later, you'll remember the famous Gold Rush commentary where I mentioned I got an AeroPress and am I about to be jumped? You need to hit the rocket so I can surf off of it, you know that. Got an AeroPress and a coffee grinder, and honestly, nothing's been the same since. I've just been on the bloody mindless craze finding better and better coffee beans. Oh my god. Anyway, when I moved in, I didn't have all my stuff. I just had my AeroPress, because it's tiny. You can put that in a briefcase with your computer, alright? But I didn't have my grinder, because that thing is big and heavy. So, we went to the supermarket. We got like a pre-ground thing on like day 2 of moving in, or even day 1, I didn't quite remember. Good lord, Sniper is a weird class. People play this, don't they? Like, all day. How do you do that? Do you not get stressed out? Look, I didn't even get an air headshot. I was deserved one right there. It's also not even toast. It's fake toast. Ah, that was a deserved air headshot too. I'm not going to switch off Sniper until we get one. Like, I have to. I'm allowed to get one. It's in the law. Oh, just any headshot would do, honestly. There's one. Okay. That's nearly 2. That was a shot pin in the penis. I'm about to get a headshot through the window. That's a pyro. Right, where was the soldier that was chasing me? Okay, I need to just take my brain off of like Team Fortress. I'm doing a dangerous thing right now, which is thinking about the game that was a headshot. Which is thinking about the game I'm playing instead of just talking over it mindlessly, which is what I normally do. Thank you, soldier. But if I do thanks, maybe you'll come back and save us again. But yeah, anyway, we got some generic pre-ground stuff. It was even, like, not just generic. It was, like, slightly posher. It was, like, hipster wank coloured, or, you know, it's one of those sort of things. It was gross, by the way. I can tell it was definitely better than, like, you know, Nescafe or whatever. But, like, it was not that nice. And then, you know, a couple of days later, the van showed up. Which I completely forgot to cover, but that was stressful in of itself. Like, how do we unload? How do we park on the other end? I don't even speak Dutch. Is it going to be the same man? How do we unload? We have to take it up this massive bloody building. Like, how are we going to do all this? We sorted it out. We just unloaded the van onto the street in the rain. Bit by bit, brought everything up the lift. It was fine. It just took a while and was a bit tough. Please let me finish, game. Stop finishing. I just want to talk. Oof. Oh, it's Frontier. You know what? Frontier, medic, crits, it'll be fine. I wanted to just talk about coffee. That's all I have of interest. The body of James Hoffman, take me over. Anyway, bloody hell. So yeah, anyway, that, and then my grinder showed up, so we went to the Hamer, which is like I don't even know what it is. They sell home stuff there, but all own brand, so it's a bit like a weird M&S, sort of. They have a tiny food court that sells, like, bread, but they also sell, like, flower pots, and a lot of poffages? Not poffages? They might. A lot of Cribe-Noten and Paper-Noten. I don't know. What is that horrid noise? Is that what the Crits Creek sounds like? Why does it sound so bad? Are you also using the crits? Oh, you are. Cock. That was going to be my soldier. Alright, hang on. Heavy. You are going to die. You. Alex, 2009 crafting. You're at least like 10. You take this crits. No, you take it. Go on, Jam. Fire some solid crits. Okay, you can do it with your bloody squirt shot. That's right. Alright. That was okay. Those beans were fine. They were way better than the pre-ground. But there was something still a bit wrong about them because they were like supermarket beans, basically. We at least got like the single origin ones that were a bit posh. Like, it was like, you know, double the price of the cheapest beans, but still very cheap. It was like maybe €6-7 for a kilo or something, which is very cheap. But it wasn't as bad as the one that was that for like 2 kilo or something. I don't remember what it was. There's something still a bit wrong about it. But anyway, fast forward a few days. Christopher's done some research. We went into a very, very posh, like, Dutch bloody... Not coffee shop. That's where they sell illegal drugs. I have to be very careful not to say that. Because you want to say coffee shop, because it's the shop you buy coffee at. But apparently, that's a shop where you buy illicit, like, drugs, which I'm not really that interested in. I just want caffeine. I have a problem with it. This is how I live. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Coffee. Mmm, tasty. We went in. Very, very posh shop. Ooh, which one do you want? Oh, I want this one. It's the good shit. It's some of the best bloody beans I've ever had. It's extremely good stuff. You're using the back scratcher. Do you want the crits? Oh, there's a spy here, look. Right here. Oh, do you want it? Bloody, go. I will give you the crits. Just bap. Go nuts. Go absolutely ham. Do literally anything. Pickpocket ham member, attack ham guard, whatever it takes. Not a RuneScape, I promise. Good beans, tasty, yum yum yum, but expensive. Oh no! So right now I'm like doing a sort of thing where if I want loads of coffee, I'm putting those like sort of cheaper supermarket beans into the cafetiere and just sort of going through with it, because they're fine. But then if I want like a really nice coffee, or if I'm making one for Christopher as well, we use the good beans. And all is good. And for the price, they're definitely expensive, but they're not, like, extortionate. Like, it's the sort of thing that you would buy and use as a treat, but you could also probably buy sort of regularly without feeling too bad. Like, it's probably cheaper than the booze, you know? If I had to choose between, like, a 6-pack of Heineken, or, like, 250 grams of this really nice beans, you know what I'm going with. Like, a lot of stuff feels like it comes into context way easier if you compare it to alcohol. I don't know if that's just me, but if I'm like, you know, could get like 6-pack of cheap beer, which I don't like. I don't like to buy cheap beer. I found like a sort of substitute for cheap-ish beer. I don't remember what it's called and I can't pronounce it, but it's got like a monk on the side, and you can buy it in 6-packs. And for like a cheap lager, it's quite nice. It's much nicer than like Budweiser or Carlsberg or anything like that. And it's about 90 euro. It's about 90 cents? Euro cents? I don't know. A can. So it's fairly cheap and quite nice. Blah, 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 blah. Coffee. You think it seems sort of expensive, but then you realize for the equivalent of like a 6-pack, it's not that bad. Did I die? I don't remember. I'm going to switch class though. It's nice for a bit of variety, right? Like playing Team Fortress with random is great. If you don't do it, like if you normally stick to a class or think with your brain, the heck you be doing? I really want to get the other medic with that. That's right. Premiership Pyro right here. A Woolen Sleevelet. Remember those days? I don't. Although, maybe I do. A little bit. Anyway, apparently competitive still exists. Apparently, like, American competitive doesn't. There's, like, the Sigafu League or something. And I, like, occasionally go onto TF2 because it's kind of funny. And I just read it, and I just see, like, what happened? Where? Really? Whatever. As long as people are enjoying themselves and there's a prize pool, that's pretty sick. But yeah, anyway, back on the bloody beans. Coffee beans are nice. And if you have only ever enjoyed instant, give it a go. Give posh coffee a go. If you think you don't like coffee, maybe you don't, but also maybe you've only ever had bad coffee. Because I've realized in the last couple of weeks that a lot of the things I thought I enjoyed, it's really easy to have one that I don't. Like, it turns out that Guinness isn't just nice. You actually have to have fresh Guinness for it to be nice. Off Guinness is gross. And I think about out of like the 8 or 12 or whatever I had over the course of the few weeks, only one of them was half good. None of them were as good as the ones I had in the UK. I don't know what that is. It's probably just because no one buys them and they sit on a shelf for a long time. And, you know, obviously UK is right next to Ireland. But yeah, a lot of things which I thought were just, you know, pretty consistently good, just not the case. There's a lot of stuff that's just not good unless you have the right one. And I've realized that with coffee as well. You know, I like a good cup of coffee, but when it comes to the cheap ones, I would rather just drink ash at the bottom of, like, tea for the caffeine content. Like, it is just not pleasant. So yeah, if you've, like, been avoiding having certain things because you had it once and you didn't like it, give it another go, right? Same with a lot of food, honestly. Like, there's some things, like, there's, like, a brand new thing, actually, which I've learned is great. It's I don't know what it's called, I can't pronounce it. This is going to come up a lot, by the way, for the next couple of years. It's a Dutch, like, bread circle thing with a slight divot in it that people buy for celebrations and put things like sprinkles on it. The Dutch love putting sprinkles on things, but apparently if you have like a boy or a girl, you put like blue or pink sprinkles on them, because that's what they do. The Dutch love sprinkles on toast. If you didn't know, it's their national heritage. Like for the Brits to be to drink tea and be a bit racist. Anyway, just moving on. There's a lot bloody ahead of us, and there's a lot behind us. I'm all working through my things. I'll be sure to keep you updated, and you be sure to keep me updated, fair viewers. But I'm going to end the commentary there. I'm a little tired, and I haven't eaten much today, unfortunately. Apparently, playing RuneScape's really hungry, really food-inducing. But yeah, I'm going to be gone for now. I'm going to go and edit this now, and I'll be live later today. If you haven't been watching the streams, come over and say hello. We do it pretty much every evening, literally every evening the last couple of weeks, so it'd be nice to say hello. And thank you everyone on Twitch and Patreon for the support. But I will be off for now. Thank you for watching the stream. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.